are a vendor, if you're a wedding vendor of any kind, maybe you are a photographer or a musician or a wedding officiant, and you have a friend who's getting married, and they ask you to work at their wedding or to perform or to bless them with your officiating, my advice to you is to say no. I always talk to the couples. So today I really want to speak to you, the wedding officiant. We all have friends and family members, and eventually somebody will ask you to officiate their wedding. And the knee-jerk reaction, as I said, it is to say yes, but it is a mistake. I encourage you to do your best to explain why that is not a good idea, and they should pick someone else. When I did this was my very good friend for many years. I know her over 30 years. She was my best friend. She's my best friend, and we went to high school together, and this was her second marriage. That's also the case many times. Usually it's their second nuptials, so they're like more relaxed, and they don't want to do the big wedding as they did before. So now they want it to be more intimate, and they feel that having a friend officiate is better. However, for you as a wedding officiant, it opens a kind of worms for a lot of different scenarios and different things. In my case, my friend had an idea of what she wanted me to say, and she wrote something for me which I didn't like, and it wasn't in my voice, and I don't do that. Like, if you hire me, I never do that for clients. I write my own stuff, and then I'll show it to the couple, and if they want to edit something, we'll edit it. But it has to be my stuff. It has to have my voice. It has to come from me. It is very difficult for me to read someone else's words and make them sound organic and sincere. So that really bothered me. And so that was a bit of a tension there. Well, I mean, we talked it over. She understood, and she was very happy with what I did. But that's not the point, right? The point is that you put yourself in a very uncomfortable position between your friend and sorry, my book fell. Your friend and your friend's spouse. Okay, maybe there's no issues with your friend and you are very simpatico and you're on the same page and everything's fine, everything flows, but maybe the spouse to be is not as agreeable, right? It could happen, and there could be tension. Or maybe nothing happens. Everything's fine, everything's smooth, they don't care, they don't ask you about what you're gonna say. They're very laid back, everything's great. But then the day comes and you're there and you're standing between them, and perhaps you're not as inspired as you thought you would be, as you hoped you would be. You are standing in front of these two people and you don't feel the emotions that typically we feel when we officiate for couples. And that can be tough, disappointing, uncomfortable. So that's if you're an officiant. Those are a couple of reasons why. And then the other obvious reason is, the one that I always talk about. If you break up with your friend, or, the relationship changes, then both of you are, when she watches or they watch the video of the wedding, there's you, saying, doing the ceremony. And if the marriage doesn't work out, also you're kind of part of it. I find it uncomfortable. After I did it, I didn't enjoy it, I didn't like it, I would say no. especially if it's a really, really, really close friend. Now, I have officiated for other people that I knew, and they were more like an acquaintance, co-workers, and that was fine. And I enjoyed it, and I just went, I did my thing. They didn't ask me to do or say anything specific. I just did my thing, and it was fine. But once again, every time I give you advice, I am considering emotions. And, I usually talk about those relationships that are very strong and, people have been together for many years, like mom and dad and siblings and close friends. Those are the people that when they get involved in someone's wedding, things go a bit unpredictable because emotions are running high, and they are running high with the family members and the close friends as well. And for that reason, I would keep them out of the wedding. And if you are one of those people, don't do it. Don't do your sister's wedding. Don't do your best friend's wedding.